Hello and welcome to event number 6 of SMG Winter Special. So far, we have reached the halfway mark with the Nether portals leading the way, but we are here today for curling, and we go straight in to heat number 1 with the fruity flavors going against the frozen flyers. So, curling scoring, so the fruity flavors get 1 in that blue ring on the house. Frozen flyers bounce off the back wall and do not seem to score points here. The flavors try to curl into the board, but can't do it. Frozen flyers with an interesting strategy, bouncing off that fruity flavors marble. This is also a bracket style event, so the fruity flavors would move on as of now. It would be a 3-2 lead, but I think it will tie up 2-2 unless it can be a 3-2 win for the frozen flyers. But oh, the fruity flavors bounce off each other. What can this last frozen flyers marble do? Bouncing off the back wall, and I think the fruity flavors held on and will move on in Heat 1. Yes, they will. A 3-2 win for the fruity flavors. Now we go on to Heat 2 with the toxic tubes and the blue crabs. Blue crabs up in the standings, while toxic tubes are in last place, I believe. They get 1 into the house. Blue crabs also have 1 on the blue ring. Toxic tubes try to nudge the blue crabs marble off, but they can't do it. So far, everyone has scored in the house. Toxic tubes with another strategy that bounce off each other, but it does not seem, actually, it does seem to work out a little bit. Knocking a blue crab's marble off, who goes bouncing right around the course and pushes them to fill actually off the course. So it's 1-1 so far with 1 marble each per team to go, and the toxic tubes go on the right side, and the blue crabs go around the toxic tubes to score points. That will be a 3-2 win for the blue crabs. Another disappointing result for the toxic tubes, who will not move on. But now it's the Riptide Rapids facing off the Silent Snowflakes. They send 1 in that white ring, the Riptide Rapids do, and the Silent Snowflakes send 1 in the blue ring. The white ring is worth 2 points, while the blue ring is worth 1, so it's a 3-2 lead, but they bounce off. Collisions there from the Snowflakes. The Riptide Rapids do the same strategy. Silent Snowflakes marble nudges the Riptide Rapids off the course, and that puts them in the lead. Riptide Rapids send their last marble on. It does not seem to be a great curl. They will not score any points, but what can the Silent Snowflakes do to hold on? And they will hold on. The Silent Snowflakes will go on to the quarterfinals. 3-2 win. The Riptide Rapids had it early on, but just got nudged to the side. Penguin Pack versus the Mysterious Moose in Heat 4. Penguin Pack go first, and they go way off the course. And they curled back. What can they do? It's not a great curl. Mysterious Moose send 1 towards the button, but just only getting the blue ring. Penguin Pack, they're dancing around that blue ring, and they go out of the scoring zone. Mysterious Moose taking their time here, and it not seeming to work. Both teams are scoreless. Penguin Pack nudges the Moose into the house, and the Mysterious Moose do the same thing with the Penguin Pack, and the Penguin Pack go off the screen. Penguin Pack send their last marble on the course, and they seem to be in that points range, and they will get a point. But all comes down to the last Mysterious Moose marble, who goes off the course. Moose will hold on, and as I say that, the last moose comes back. 2-1 win for the mysterious moose. Well, the Penguin Pack are out. Both of these teams were in the middle standings, I believe. Now the Chocolate Candies and Stonewall Sentinels. Chocolate Candies don't score a point yet. Stonewall Sentinels go off the screen and don't get any points going behind that graphic. Stonewall Sentinels get one in the blue ring. With some collisions there, and I think the Chocolate Candies might be in that blue ring, but it's hard to tell. One bounces off the back wall, and they go right back to the wall. The next Stonewall Sentinels marble should be coming down, and they go on the top side. They're on that far side, trying to make collisions, and they do, but will not score. Both the Candies and Sentinels are curling backwards, and I think, yes, the Sentinels will score a point of 1, and they still have one more marble left. They're just going to avoid the rest of the pack and get a 3-1 victory. Pretty dominant throughout for the Stonewall Sentinels. Now we have the Velvet Voltage versus the Ghostbusters. I believe 14th versus 4th in the standings. The Ghostbusters go right outside that ring, but so do the Velvet Voltage, who actually push the Ghostbusters closer, and the Ghostbusters do another collision and go in the exact same spot their teammate was, and the Velvet Voltage just cannot get in that ring. Ghostbusters going pretty slow here, taking their time, and they're gonna get another point. It seems to be a 2-1, 2-0 win as of now, but one marble from each team to get the run. They go on that far side, just off the course. And then the last Voltage marble, what can they do? And that's gonna be scoreless. 2-0 win for the Ghostbusters. Winter Winds versus the Nether Portals here in Heat 7. We still have all of the semifinals and quarterfinals to go, so this is quite a long event. Well, both wins and Portals marbles go off the board. Nether Portals on the top of your screen behind that graphic. And their second marble goes pretty close to the button and gets on the blue ring. Winter Winds have a similar strategy, but just seems to be going too fast and cannot slow down. A nice bounce for the Nether Portals, and they might be curling towards the Winter Winds, and yes, they do. But they still should score a point unless the Winter Winds push them off, and I don't think they will, but that third marble from the Winds is closer. But the Nether Portal's going now, and they're gonna win. A 3-0 win for the Portals. Now we go on to our final heat, Team Mariana versus the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Mariana goes first. The Team Mariana is the only team here who I believe has experience in curling from TVN. Let's see if that will do them any favors, and does not seem to as of now. Red-Nosed Reindeer push Team Mariana closer, and I think that no, they're not going to get a point, but it's still a very close game so far. Now the Red-Nosed Reindeer hold a 3-0 lead, or 1-0. What can the final marbles do? Very close to the button for Team Mariana, and they're going to get a point. Red-nosed reindeer. I bounce off that wall and will win the heat. Certainly an upset for the host. We'll get the win. Now we go into quarterfinal A with the blue crabs and fruity flavors. Blue crabs get one on the top side. Fruity flavors bounce off the wall way off the house. We have not seen any button strikes yet, or any marbles in that red zone. So let's see if the competition heats up in the quarterfinals. And we do have a marble close, but just they cannot stay there. Blue crabs marbles coming down as the camera changes angles, and so far, blue crabs seem to have an advantage. And I think they will move on unless this marble can curl back, and they will. But it goes off the screen behind that graphic, and it's a 3-1 victory for the blue crabs, who will be going on to the semifinals and get a top 4 finish. The moose facing off against the snowflakes. Two of these winter-themed teams in this very classic winter event. The snowflakes have one in the blue ring, but so do the moose. Mysterious moves go on the top and bounce off their teammate, which I think will work for them. Snowflakes making collisions with the moose. This is still like a very close game, and a quite a chaotic one, with I believe 2 marbles from each team on the board, and it's certainly going to be a score, more points for the silent snowflakes, and that's how they will finish. And no, it's a tie. The mysterious moose marble on the top will count. So we go to overtime. The silent snowflakes will be going first this time, and they miss. Mysterious moose takes the exact same line and also miss. Silent snowflakes trying a different strategy here, and they're gonna get one on the board. Mysterious moose send one also on the board. Snowflake's marbles going down, and they're gonna go right around Mysterious Moose marbles. One marble goes out of the house. Well, the silent snowflakes marbles seem to be close to the bottom, but just curled outside. One more marble going down, and unless they can make collisions with the silent snowflakes, they will not be moving on. And the snowflakes get a 2-0 victory against Mysterious Moose in the quarterfinals. Now the Ghostbusters taking on the Stonewall Sentinels. Ghostbusters with a solid curl, but they just seem to go backwards. So do the Stonewall Sentinels, who go way further. Ghostbusters pushing the Stonewall Sentinels, but they're not going to get too great of a performance themselves. Stonewall Sentinels going pretty fast off the near side. Ghostbusters trying to go with their teammate. Stonewall Sentinels make contact with the Ghostbusters, and that's going to give the Stonewall Sentinels a point. But the Ghostbusters marble scores on makes contact with their teammate. But so does the Stonewall Sentinels, but it's a two match. No, it's a 1-to-1 match. We're gonna have another overtime round. The Stonewall Sentinels go first instead of the Ghostbusters, and the Sentinels get one on the board. Ghostbusters also seem to get one on the board if they can stay. No, they can't. Stonewall Sentinels on that far side. Ghostbusters leaning towards the left. So far, Stonewall Sentinels score a point here. Can the third Ghostbusters marble do? And they will just barely miss the house, I believe. But so does the Stonewall Sentinels, who seem to be pretty close to the button, just curled off. And it will be a tie, I think. So, yeah, a 2-2 match, and we're going to have another overtime. Ghostbusters are the first ones down, and they will not score any points. Stonewall Sentinels bounce off the Ghostbusters, which sends them straight into the red, and oh, they're gonna only get 1 point. Ghostbusters, two of their marbles bunched up on the top side, while the Stonewall Sentinels seem to be more chaotic here. And they miss. This is a very close heat, or a quarterfinal, I should say. 2 overtimes, and no marbles are on that board. With 3 to go. No, 2 to go. The Stonewall Sentinels finally score some points here. What can the final Ghostbusters do? Will they make contact? No, they won't. And they're gonna play it safe and get a point. Stonewall Sentinels nudge their teammate, and they're gonna curl back in, and it's gonna be a 2-1 victory. The Stonewall Sentinels will go off to the semifinals. While the Ghostbusters still will get a top half finish, probably 5th place, unless we somehow get another double overtime. Red-Nosed Reindeer and the Nether Portals send one into the blue ring. The Nether Portal's reserved just off the ring. And the Red-Nosed Reindeer also do the same on the opposite side. Can they make contact? No, they can't. Red-Nosed Reindeer nudge the Nether Portals, and that sends the portals closer towards the center. The Nether Portal bounce off their teammates, and they could score quite a few points here. It's a 3-0 victory so far, but what can this last marble do? They bounce off their teammates. I mean, they make contact, and it's going to be a 2-1 victory, I believe, unless that Nether Portal marble on the near side gets into the board, and they will. They will be scored. So we go into semi-final A with the Silent Snowflakes and the Blue Crabs. Both of these teams chasing medals. One of the One of them will be guaranteed a medal. One of them will have to go to the bronze medal match, where they will battle with another team for bronze, and Silent Snowflakes just off the white ring. Snowflakes go down. They seem to be slow, but just can't go to a stop. Well, the Blue Crab's getting plenty of points here. And the snowflakes, all three of them go surround the blue crabs. And that's possibly 3 or maybe even 4 points. Blue crabs are gonna need a miracle here, they're not gonna get it. A 3-1 victory for the Silent Snowflakes, who are guaranteed no worse than a silver. Now the Nether Portals and Stonewall Sentinels. Both of these teams towards the top of the standings. Nether Portal got bronze in the last event. Will they get bronze again? With the Nether Portal shoving the Sentinel off the grid. But Stonewall Sentinel send the portal off the grid. The portals go right down the course, sending another Sentinel marble into that ring. They're all bunched up together. One more Nether Portal marble to do. They're gonna need a miracle, and they could get it. And I don't think they will. Yep, the last Stonewall Sentinel, they're just gonna play it safe with a 3-1 win. Interestingly, that marble towards the top will not score. But we go into the bronze medal match. One of these will get a bronze, one will get 4th place and 12 points. And the Nether Portals go out in front, blocking the course. And that strategy works. The Blue Crabs miss with one portal on the board, and they bounce off each other. They might try the same strategy again, but they're actually going to go straight for the Blue Crabs. One more Blue Crabs marble and two more Nether Portal marbles, actually. Who sends one onto the course. 2 portals are on the board. What can the last one do? They're close to the button, and it's going to be in the red. That's 3 points for the portals. Blue Crabs send 2 in the blue ring, but the Nether Portals will capture bronze for the second event in a row, a 4-2 win. And now we go on to the Silent Snowflakes versus the Stonewall Sentinels for the gold. Silent Snowflakes and the Sentinels both make contact. Sentinel sending their second out of 4 marbles down, and they're gonna push the snowflakes into that ring. Silent Snowflakes do a similar strategy to that the Nether Portals did in the bronze medal match, who seem to defend the boards. And it works out for them. Snowflakes making contact with the wall, which sends one of their marbles on the board, and then they go right off with that Stonewall Sentinel marble, and it's a 2-1 victory. Silent Snowflakes will get the gold. Stonewall Sentinels get the silver. Nether Portals with the bronze. Blue Crabs get 4th. Ghostbusters, as I thought, get 5th. But congratulations to the Silent Snowflakes, Blue Crab, Stonewall Sentinels, and Nether Portals. We're all getting medals here, and the Nether Portals stay on top with a 10-point lead ahead of the Blue Crabs, Frozen Flyers, down the 3rd, Red Nose Reindeer down the 4th. Toxic Tubes and the Fruity Flavor still in the bottom 2, and also new for event 7.